In this video, we will discuss about the 12 cranial nerves, their origin, classification and functions. What are cranial nerves? The cranial nerves are a set of 12 paired nerves that originate from the brain and brainstem, rather than the spinal cord. Unlike spinal nerves, cranial nerves do not pass through the spinal cord. Cranial nerves are arranged in numerical order, based on their emergence from the brain. The 12 cranial nerves of human body are: cranial nerve number 1, olfactory nerve; cranial nerve number 2, optic nerve; cranial nerve number 3, oculomotor nerve; cranial nerve number 4, trochlear nerve; cranial nerve number 5, trigeminal nerve; cranial nerve number 6, abducens nerve; cranial nerve number 7, facial nerve; cranial nerve number 8, vestibulocochlear nerve; cranial nerve number 9, glossopharyngeal nerve; cranial nerve number 10, vagus nerve; cranial nerve number 11, accessory nerve; cranial nerve number 12, hypoglossal nerve. Now, we will do the functional classification of cranial nerves. The cranial nerves transmit signals for sensory, motor, and autonomic functions. The cranial nerves can be functionally classified into 3 main categories. Sensory nerves. There are 3 purely sensory nerves: olfactory nerve, optic nerve and vestibulocochlear nerve. Motor nerves. There are 5 purely motor nerves: oculomotor nerve, trochlear nerve, abducens nerve, accessory nerve, and hypoglossal nerve. Mixed nerves. Having both sensory and motor functions. There are 4 mixed nerves: trigeminal nerve, facial nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve, and vagus nerve. What is the origins of cranial nerves? Cranial nerves are arranged in order, based on their emergence from the brain. The first 2 cranial nerves do not originate from the brainstem. The remaining 3 to 12 cranial nerves originate from brainstem. Cranial nerve number 1, olfactory nerve, originates from olfactory epithelium in the nasal cavity. Cranial nerve number 2, optic nerve, originates from retinal ganglion cells of the eye. The next 2 cranial nerves originate from midbrain. It includes cranial nerve number 3, oculomotor nerve; cranial nerve number 4, trochlear nerve. The next 4 cranial nerves originate from pons. It includes cranial nerve number 5, trigeminal nerve; cranial nerve number 6, abducens nerve; cranial nerve number 7, facial nerve; cranial nerve number 8, vestibulocochlear nerve. The last 4 cranial nerves originate from medulla oblongata. It includes cranial nerve number 9, glossopharyngeal nerve; cranial nerve number 10, vagus nerve; cranial nerve number 11, accessory nerve; cranial nerve number 12, hypoglossal nerve. What are the functions of each of these 12 cranial nerves? Olfactory nerve transmits smell signals from the nasal mucosa to the brain. Optic nerve transfers visual information from the retina to the brain. Oculomotor nerve controls most eye movements and pupil constriction. Trochlear nerve moves the eye downward and inward through the superior oblique muscle. Trigeminal nerve provides sensory supply to the face. Motor control for chewing muscles. Abducens nerve controls lateral eye movement through the lateral rectus muscle. Facial nerve controls facial expression, provides taste sensation of anterior 2/3 of the tongue, anterior production. Vestibulocochlear nerve, it is responsible for hearing and balance. Glossopharyngeal nerve, it provides sensation of taste of posterior 1/3 of the tongue, salivation, and swallowing. Vagus nerve, it regulates thoracic and abdominal organs, speech, and swallowing. Accessory nerve, it controls shoulder and neck muscles. Hypoglossal nerve, it manages tongue movements